Restless nights, zoning out, daydreaming, numbing out, feeling incomplete. What's that? What is that? Oh, hello, you. It's me, your soul and your wild dreams calling. Hello, friends. I'm Brandy Amar Sky. I'm a poet, author, and wild dream witch. I help you be proof of what is possible by doing impossible things. Today, I want to talk a little bit about 2 signs that your soul is craving more, right? These are 2 ways your soul is craving more, and one thing that you can do about it. Because, as you know, around here, Capricorn Sun, I want you to plant what you're learning into your world. I want you to embody it. And the way that we do that is through praxis. I don't know about you, but there have been a lot, way more than I want to admit. There have been a lot of moments in my life where I found myself just completely like numbing out, like picking up my phone and just scrolling on Instagram. And then I look up at the clock and it's like hours later and I'm like, what did I just do? Like, what did I just spend my time doing? I literally was just scrolling through Facebook and Instagram looking for what? I don't know. Like, what is it that I was searching for in those hours of just mindlessly scrolling? Or sometimes it's not my phone, right? Sometimes I would want to go shopping. I would want to buy something. I would want to be a part of capitalism because I was so afraid to look inside, right? Because I was numbing out to the fact that there was something going on in here. I didn't know that at the time, right? Like I just knew that I needed something and I thought that the phone, shopping, something else outside of me would fix it. I know I'm not alone. And if you're feeling this way, if you're feeling unfulfilled and you're constantly like seeking distraction, there's nothing wrong with enjoying binging The Traitors or Love is Blind or shows that you've watched 1,000 times. Gossip Girl here. But when we do that in substitution for something else, that's when we have to question our motives. And that's what we're talking about here. Some of us want to just like brush it off as stress or feelings of being burned out. But you really know. You know when you're lying to yourself. You know when you're like, I'm going to try to trick myself into saying that this is just because I'm stressed. This is just because I'm not feeling good, when really it's about the fact that there's this gaping, gashing hole inside of you that's like geyser just like shooting out saying, pay attention to me, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. I need something more. I need something more. My soul is craving more. I'm craving. And instead you're like, okay, fuck that. I'm just going to go buy a pair of shoes. Nothing wrong with shoes. I love shoes. Nothing wrong with books. I love books. But when we do that in replacement of turning inward to that geyser that's gushing out, that's when we have to stop and question, again, our motives. So why are we feeling this way? And how can we start to reattune ourselves to the life of our wild dreams, the life that we want and desire to live? The first most important thing is to recognize when your dreams and your soul is calling. The way we do that is we have to get quiet. We have to stay still enough to actually hear what our soul is saying, what our heart is saying, what our wild dreams are calling to us. And oftentimes it doesn't require us just sitting down and meditating. Oftentimes it's through movement and moving and walking, dancing, getting energy move through my body that I can start to hear little pings, right? It's not like it's a shouting loud voice. It's little pings. I hear like what I call light rabbits. There's a whole nother video coming about those. But those little inklings of like, maybe I should read this book. A question pops up. Some song lyrics. A passage from a book that I remember, a quote, a word, and how all those things connect those are little sprinkles of your soul, sprinkles of the universe and spirit, breadcrumbs, if you will, to help you move back onto the pathway of your dreams, of your wild dream life. That is the way your soul and your dreams call to you. Your dreams, those wild, audacious, bold dreams, aren't just dreams, right? They're not just some fantasy. They're not just some empty desire that you want, right? Those wild dreams want and desire you. They want to be born through and from you. Those wild dreams are whispers from your soul. They are whispers from within, guiding you towards your purpose. That's what your wild dreams are. They're whispers and callings of your soul, guiding you to your purpose. That is huge. And so point 2 is what happens like when we start to ignore the calling, right? When we start to just consume without expressing, is that we start to feel like this void, right? I talked in a previous video about the feeling of something is missing. This is a little bit different in the fact that it just feels empty. And so what we're trying to do when we go out and search for the right book or the right outfit or the right whatever it is that we think is going to fill that hole, right? We're trying to fill that void, that the only thing that can actually fill it and fuel it is you chasing and following your dreams, following what lights you up, following your light rabbits, following the intuition, the callings, the inklings of your soul. That is the only thing that is going to fill that void, despite whatever you think. Because trust me, I try to fill it with all kinds of things. I'm actually writing a memoir about all the things that I try to fill it with and what actually worked. And let me tell you what actually worked. Following the wild dreams. See, you can just cut out all the shit that didn't work. Here you are, wild dreams. Follow, listen to the callings of your soul, and you're there, right? Simple. Not. When we deny those wild dreams that are inside us, those things that are calling to us, you are denying a part of your spirit. You are denying a part of your soul. You are denying a part of you that came into this world to do, be, express, and experience. That's why you feel incomplete. That's why you feel the void. That's why it feels like something is missing, or that you need to consume, is because you're denying a huge part of who you are. And I don't want you to do that, because life is too short to not play, live, feel, experience life full out. What is something that we can do, right? So we have these reasons, we have these things, we understand all of this. So what is something we can do? I've always been a leaper, right? Wild dreams. I've lived my whole dream has been one big wild dream, and living that and saying yes. But there are moments, even in somebody like me whose propensity is to leap, there are still moments where I feel fear and I feel doubt and I feel unworthy and I feel scared. And in those moments, the way that I reconnected back to my soul, back to my purpose, back to my why, back to that fire and drive that kept me going, is through writing stuff down. The different callings of my soul. Sometimes it was when I was reading somebody else's words and book, and it triggered something in me, like it triggered a light that went, oh, wait, this is part of my soul calling, or this is me, or this is how I see it, right? It was in conversation with the author. I would write it down. Is through the act of writing it down and then reflecting on it to remember why it is I'm doing this to begin with. What really helped me was I created like an intuition journal, right? I created a soul callings journal. It was literally just a dedicated notebook, right? It was a dedicated notebook where I just started writing down when it came to me, the reason why we write things down, the reason why we go there is because when we write things down, we make it real. When we make things real, we are saying to ourselves in a subconscious way and a conscious way, because we're physically writing it down, that we trust those inklings, that we trust our intuition, that we trust ourselves, that we trust these messages that we're getting. Writing them down makes them real. The more that we pay attention to these inklings, the callings, the light rabbits, all the things, the more that we pay attention to those, the more clearer we are going to hear those whispers in the future, and the more frequently they're going to come through. That's how we start to live life connected to spirit and the divine and a life of magic, is we start by paying attention to those small, quiet little whispers. And the more that we pay attention to them, the more that we write them down, the more that we show the universe and life that we are paying attention, the more they're going to come, the more amplified they're going to be, the bigger they're going to be, right? The more wild they're going to be, and the more consistent they're going to be. And pretty soon, it's going to be like a never-ending song of just spirit whispers. And that's the wave that you're going to live your life, right? That's the wave you're going to ride in your life. And it just starts with this small little step of writing down those soul whispers, writing down your thoughts, and remembering that it matters, right? That there is a reason why you're doing this, and the reason why you're doing this is because you know you were meant for more. You are here to live your wild dream life. You are here to fucking be proof of what is possible, and it begins right here, what I do, pen in hand, writing down my soul callings and taking myself seriously. Take yourself seriously. It's so important, and it's the most important thing you can do, because then what happens after that is that the more you start to trust yourself by writing things down, the more the universe sees that, the more courage, the more brave, the more confident you start to feel from the inside to pursue them, to pursue those things on your list, to pursue the things that are calling you. And that's where we want to get to. That is the magic. All right, my friends, go dedicate. Get a dedicated journal, right? I have so many journals, it's ridiculous. They're all around here. Get a journal. Start writing your callings, your whispers down, where you were, what you felt. Did you follow it? What happened? Start to create a log of your soul whispers, and then really just watch in awe of how your life starts to expand and how much more frequent and deeper they become. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I absolutely love talking to you about all things wild dreams. If you want to continue the conversation, I really, 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 really want to invite you to join my Wild Dreamers newsletter and Substack. Just go to brandymarsky.com/newsletter and you can sign up, and I will continue to share my soul and my heart with you when it comes to living your wild dreams, because it's that fucking important. Okay, I love you. I'll see you in the next video. I hopefully will see you in your inbox. Until next time, in Lakesh.